Now let's look at the wrist. The wrist is how you get the backspin on the ball. We're going to talk about backspin. First of all, how do I get backspin? Well, I get that as you can see my wrist and my hand area right here. You can see my hand is at a flat angle. And this is really where the ball should sit on the hand and on the wrist area. It should be a flat angle so that when you release the basketball, when you release it, you have what's called the wrist flex or the wrist snap. It's just like this. This is what happens. And when you snap your wrist like this, when you snap your wrist like that, you will get what's called backspin. The backspin will come on the basketball. So wrist snap, wrist flex is very important. You have to know how to snap your wrist. Some guys can't get backspin because of the fact that they just have this Frankenstein type of approach in shooting and releasing the basketball. So make sure that you're very relaxed when you snap that wrist. The next thing we want to talk about is the gun barrel. Now, the gun barrel is from the ball all the way down to the shoulder. That's what shoots the basketball. Your arm is what shoots the basketball. So when I shoot the basketball and I release it, I have what's called the gun barrel. It goes all the way to the tip of my finger right here. That's where it goes from that point on. Now, when I shoot the basketball, when I release it, I want to call what's called the follow-through freeze. Literally, if I could just wrap my finger, that index finger, around the center part of that rim, right in the front of that rim, right in the front of this rim right here, just taking that finger like this. So when I release the ball, I want that hand to be straight out, and I want to hold that hand up at least 1,000 count. I would say at least 1 second to hold it up. Because if you don't hold it up, that's how you're going to get your shots to fall short, they're going to fall long, or anything else. It's really in this gun barrel approach that when you release the ball and you follow through and you freeze, when you freeze your arm up here, you're going to get good follow through, and wherever your arm goes, that's where the ball goes. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is, of course, the target. Now the target, of course, is the rim. Now I want to look directly at the rim. I want to look at the front of the rim. And as you can see, that rim is divided up, and it's 360 degrees. It's a center. It's a circle. And if I can put in my mind that just to divide that up and just come to the front of that rim when I shoot the basketball, no matter where I shoot from any area of the court, I look directly at the front of that rim. And that's my target. Because you see, when someone does follow the ball, when they do release it, as I get ready to release this ball right here, you can see if I was to just follow the ball, then I'd have to go like this. Watch. And then release it. Well, nobody can shoot like that because you're not looking at the rim. So what happens is this. When someone does follow the ball, they're here and they see the rim, then they release it. When they've released the ball, then they start following it. The arc of the ball, or the arch of the ball, some coaches call it arch, some coaches call it arc. But the thing about it is, it's the curvature of the ball when you shoot it. In other words, the higher the arc, I believe the less degree of mistakes that you will have when you shoot the basketball. Some people shoot a flat arc. They may shoot the ball straight on to the rim, barely getting over the front of it. Other people shoot a real high arc. And it literally, when you shoot, the higher the arc you shoot, what happens is this. The ball, when it hits the rim, will have a better opportunity for your offensive players to get the rebound and to put it back in. The flatter the arc, when it does hit the rim, it's going to come flying way out, and it's really going to give an opportunity to the other team to fast break on you. So when you shoot the basketball, you want it to be able to hang on the rim. If you do miss it, make sure it hangs on the rim, because if it hangs on the rim, you're going to get some of your offensive players, your centers and your forwards are going to rebound it and lay it back in, and they're going to like you for that. So be sure that when you shoot the basketball, that you shoot with enough arc on the basketball that it's going to hang the ball closely to the rim. Mechanics of shooting. Let me go over those again one more time for you. First of all is finger pad control. Secondly, make sure that the hand is directly behind the ball. Thirdly, always have your elbow straight. Fourth, make sure that the left hand is there just to support the basketball, but don't hold it there real firm. Fifthly, wrist flex, the snapping of the wrist, which will give you backspin. Six, the gun barrel approach. Wherever you shoot the basketball, that's where the arm goes. 7, the follow-through freeze. Make sure that when you shoot it, that you freeze your arm for at least 1 second. 8, the target should be the front of the rim. 9, always develop the proper arc or proper arch when you shoot the basketball. 10, learn to hang the ball close to the rim.